So I wanted to do a quick recording and show people how to basically add a narration of your instructions in Canvas. So if you're working in Canvas and you have students that are poor readers, it is easy in Canvas to add a narration for your instructions so that at least they can, have another opportunity to understand them or have them read to them. So this is actually pretty easy. I've got this assignment that I've been working on. I'm almost done with it. I'm just going to add the narration, and I would recommend doing the narration last so your instructions don't change and then your narration doesn't match. But here's how you do it. And this should actually work for just about any place in Canvas where you have this input field where you type and you've got all of these tools up here at the top. So what I'm going to do is I need to make sure that I can see all of my instructions in the window before I open up the recording window, because the recording window kind of blocks some stuff. So I just need to make sure that I can see everything the way I want to, and I'm in editing. So at the end of my instructions, and I have been putting these at the end because at the beginning they actually add kind of a large icon, and it makes stuff kind of hard for like regular students, normal students to see, especially if the Canvas leaves the window for the instructions small and forces them to scroll. A lot of students I've noticed won't scroll, so there's a big old fat icon right there. They just click it and then they think that's all they get. So I've been putting them actually at the end. Basically what I did here is I went from the end of my numbered list here and I just clicked enter a couple of times, went down here and then typed in that they could click here to have the instructions read to them, and then you hit enter again, and right here I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start recording my instructions. Now this happens through Canvas. You want to click this record upload media button right here, which opens up this window. This is where you get to set up, do you want to just record from a mic? You get to set up what kind of mic you want. So I've got mine set up to this lapel mic that I'm using, and then I've actually told it to turn the webcam off. So no video, just audio, which is fine, is what we want for right here. And then I need to make sure that I can see all of my instructions, which is kind of hard while I'm doing this, recording this video. But basically, I would click start recording. It'll give me a countdown. Then I record myself reading the directions from top to bottom and click stop. Now, this recording situation here does not allow you to edit anything after the fact, so it's kind of a one-shot deal, which is sometimes easier said than done. So sometimes it's taking me 2 or 3 takes to make this happen, and if like my dog walks in or something, it creates kind of an annoying noise in the background. I have had to do this more than once, but let me roll through this set of instructions right here, and I'll show you what that looks like, and you can decide whether you or not you want to do this with your Canvas courses. One, open the file Salary Graphs. 2, you will not be able to edit the original. Go to File, make a copy. Give your copy a 2-part name, what it is and who you are. Example, Salary Graphs, Bob Banana. 3, follow the video lecture to complete this assignment. You will be using simple equations for the first part of this assignment and then making graphs out of the numbers. 4, watch this video for the lecture instructions. Remember that YouTube tells me how often this video is watched. Please watch it and follow along. 5, once done, submit the assignment through Canvas. I get hundreds of emails a day, so assignments shared with me might get lost. To submit a Google Doc through Canvas, 1, click Submit Assignment button, upper left. 2, click on the Google Drive tab. If there is no Google Drive tab, follow these directions to connect Google Drive to Canvas. 3. Find your Google file. 4. Add any comments you would like. 5. Click Submit Assignment. Now from here you can preview it. I didn't seem to make any mistakes or have anything that screwed me up. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to say, I'm going to give this a name. And then I'm going to save it. It's going to take a minute. Now you notice that this is what it shows up like down here, but this is not what it will look like after. Now, my recommendation is right now, make sure you save this set of instructions. You need to scroll down to the bottom and click this save button. Because if you don't save it now, if anything was to happen, that whole narration would be lost. I haven't been able to figure out where it stores it to go even get it later. Obviously it saved it somewhere, but I don't know where, and I can't find it anywhere in Canvas or on my computer. But if I click the save button now, even if it's not perfect, I can then go back into edit and at least my narration is still there. So I've actually had that screw me up a couple of times where I didn't click the save button fast enough and I ended up with nothing. I had to just start over again. So anyways, if you notice what this looks like after it's saved, so when the students are viewing this, it should look like this. And then when they click it, it opens up just a little player right here. So the player will play through the instructions that I just read. It's 1 minute and 34 seconds. And they're able to actually follow along because I was pretty careful to read exactly what was on the page. And they hopefully would be more understanding of the directions you're trying to give them. Now remember, this also works with quiz questions. Anywhere that when you edit it, that it has this toolbar up at the top, you will find that record upload media button. And so you can record quiz questions or test questions or whatever. You just need to make sure if you're doing a forced response quiz with answers, multiple choice like A, B, C, D, you'd want to make sure that you set Canvas to not randomize those, because A needs to be A and B needs to be B and C and D if it's going to match your recording, your narration. So that's something to be concerned about as well. So anyways, there it is, recording narrations for your instructions to hopefully help those students that have difficulty reading and working online.